Today I thought we'd talk about FI. Is it really the most selfish function that there is? Or is it just misunderstood? Or is it a little bit of both? Let's talk about it. Now the question about whether FI is selfish, I think misses the context of the introverted functions to begin with, since in a way they all fit within that confine of being subjective, being personal to that user, to that person. And so it comes from them, it is subjective. And whenever we use feeling with that, for whatever reason, we take that one of all of the, SI, TI, but it's FI that we seem to say, you are selfish. Now, the thing is, everybody has FI. So we all have, if we are going to say that it is selfish, then we all have those times where we can be or are selfish. And that is taking our own personal values, feelings, morals, and saying these are what matters more, and I will stand on this principle. And it's okay if the whole tribe is against me, I don't care, I will stand on this principle. Because that is what I believe, this is what I feel very strongly about, and it is unwavering. And does that make that person selfish? Maybe not. Again, it depends on the context. Your values, your morals, and I want to include in here your love and your belief can be one of the most unselfish things in the world. It can be one of the most unselfish things that humanity has to offer. And so to say that it is simply selfish and that's the end of it, it's unjust in my opinion to put it in that context. So let me give you a context to consider. What I want people to understand is that FI is a truth. And it is something that is it's just like logic. It is just as truthful as logic. And I know there's the people that want to say, facts don't care about your feelings, and, I'm showing you facts, but your feelings are just as real and just as truthful, and sometimes even more so. And let me give you an example. Now, if I went to a mother who had a child, and I showed up and I was part of some service checking up on the welfare of children, and I said, hey, I'm here to take your child away, and here's some facts. You have been neglecting them, they haven't been going to school, you've been doing these things, and I give this list and say so based on this, you do not love your child. Now, those facts may be correct. There may be some question of whether or not this person is capable of providing good care to this child. However, that mother would probably have a complete fit to be told that she doesn't love her child. She would say that's not true, and you would say, okay, but hold on, here's some facts. That is not going to change the fact that even though she might have been a better parent, that doesn't change the fact that she loves her child and would fight for her child. And let me put this in a different context. Let's say that mother was walking in the woods with her child and a bear suddenly appeared. And that mother would probably tell her child to run while she tried to fight off this bear that had attacked them. Now, that goes against logic. The logical thing to do would be to leave her child so that she could survive, so that she could get away. But the truth is that she loves her child. She is willing to die for that truth, that they love their child. And that is the point, is love and our belief in what we love and what we value has immeasurable truth. And we are willing to die for that truth. Just like there were scientists who were persecuted and were willing to die for the truth of what they saw. This is how the universe works. You can't make me say that this isn't true. I'm willing to die for that. And that's the thing. I'll talk about this in later videos about what the truth is, and that it is something that we're willing to die for. And I talk about this too in the hero's journey of the ESTP in that video, what that means, what that is trying to say in our stories when we talk about being willing to die for a new belief. And that's what the hero's journey is about. But that is what FI is. And so in that instance of that mother being willing to give up her life for her child who she loves, based on that love, based on that truth, she is willing to die for that. And so, does that sound selfish to you? Everything can be used in a way that's selfish. Everything can be used in a way that's manipulative. There are power struggles happening all the time, and FI is one of those. But FI, I would say in its purest form, is one of the most unselfish functions that there can be. Because the person is willing to die for something that they believe in, for the love that they have towards this person or idea or group, just as much as the FE people can have, the FI person can say, this is what I value. And it is incredibly meaningful, incredibly powerful for that person to have that in them. And so whenever we say selfish, yes, sure, we're talking about very infantile mannerisms. We're talking about very immature ways of using FI, and that's just kind of your wants and desires, and you put yourself above others. And of course, FI can be toxic. Of course, FI can be terrible. So yes, when we see FI and we see what we want and what our values are, and we put that above everybody, we can be missing information, and that's what the cognitive functions are, and that's the problems that they cause. Is sometimes, yes, somebody can put their FI, they can put FE, all the functions. They can put it above others and say, my information is more important than yours. And sometimes we need that. We need somebody who is willing to go against the norm, who's willing to come up with an idea that is completely out of the ordinary, come up with a value and say, I don't believe this is right, and I'm willing to stand on that, and I will go against the tribe because I believe that with all of my heart and my being that this is true and that is needed. And for the FI person, it is important for them to also try to make sure and understand and say, is the tribe right? Well, looks like my camera's done, so signing off. I hope you got something out of it. Thanks to my 66 subscribers. Thank you very much, all of you, every single one of you. I've had some conversations with some of you. Really appreciate everybody who leaves a like, comment, subscribes, chats with me. Really appreciate you all. See you in the next one.